Hello everyone, I'm back and welcome to you. Welcome to Title Tuesday. And I know it's been a long time since I've done a video, but the longer you wait, sometimes the better things are, right? That's what some people say. And we are in, like Errol Flynn, with a Dutch. Let's just play B6 against Pablo. The only Pablo I know is Escobar. Well, I don't know him. Doesn't sound like a very nice guy. And we are going to see how we get on today. It should be interesting. I just want to get through the first couple of rounds because I am a very slow starter for some reason. I accelerate as the pace goes on, normally, and not always. So let's just see if we can get into this in a nice way. And then I'll tell you about my little adventures that I've been having recently, in case you're wondering. But full concentration today. You believe that? You believe anything. Fuck it, let's go G5. Is the way I roll. And I don't know, I mean, I was thinking here, and then taking here. So he's gone here, and this is a little bit annoying. Maybe. And he wants to come here. Now, I'd love to play E5. Okay, I can take... This is a good move. Because I want to play E5, but I don't want to run into queen takes here. So he can take this pawn. Okay, but now I get E5 in. And as you're probably aware, if you've watched my videos, I tend to quite like this malarkey. Because we can just try to mate them. And I hear that checkmate is the aim of the game. So we're going to try a pawn storm over here. And how are we going to do that? Well, I'm going to try to get this G4 moving. So I guess we should think about the right way of doing this. Now, do I put the rook on G7? That looks kind of sensible. My opponent's going to break with this. So it's very double-edged. And I don't know how good this will be. This is a bit like a King's Indian defense. Rook here, knight here. And my opponent is, as you can see, blockading that plan by getting a hold on this square. So Pablo playing well. And I have to now try and break this blockade and get this pushing. Because if I don't get this pushing, it ain't all pretty. So I've got to play here. And we have the extra advantage of hitting E4. But my opponent's going to break with this one. It's a very double-edged position. Now, anything possible. It looks like I've shrunk. Maybe I should move that little video up. I could have shrunk. I don't know. Weird things going on at the moment, isn't it? It's a bloody weird world at this moment in time. Really weird. The more I read and watch, the more I'm like, what the flying fuck? It's such a weird world. So I'm trying not to read or watch anything. Let's try to calculate though. Now taking there, he opens up the F file. Now do I defend or go here? Takes here, takes here. I don't know. I'm not sure actually. So here takes G4, takes, knight takes, knight takes. Okay, let's go here. And then I'd love to get this other one here. Or maybe I want to get it to H8. And then we, again, trying to break through here. But my opponent has this break and it's quite double-edged. So let's just now hint at the H file. And my opponent, of course, is aiming to break on this side of the board. So we've got to keep the pressure up. And now it's must be time to do this because otherwise my position is getting a little bit dodgy over here. I don't really want to come back and defend the queen side. As soon as you start defending in these positions, it goes a little bit tits up. So is there a better move than this there? Probably. But I'm hinting now at taking here. My opponent can't get his rook in, and it's just that battle of whether he can come in on the the c-file, or I can harry him up. So he's trying to come in on the c-file. Very interesting game, very double-edged, very fighting first game, this one. Now my idea is obviously just to take here. Now if he takes my knight, I'm going to go back for this break of g4. Now you remember all along, this g4 break is what I'm trying to achieve. Now is that actually going to succeed? Well, if he takes, yeah, his rook on h1 could get in trouble. And if he doesn't, I've got rook takes h3 in some lines. So it looks like I'm a little bit quicker here. I've also got a little queen coming over here if his king tries to like run for the heels. So the position at the moment looks good, and he has a dilemma about how to stop all of my ideas here. G4 being my main idea. Can he stop that idea? Now maybe he'd love to play like rook here and rook here, but that is slow. Now I know I'm a little bit slow, but that is really slow. I'm really slow in general. I'm just a slow child. Get slower as we get older, don't we? He's still thinking about how to stop this. So I need to keep my concentration. Okay, what the hell is that? Does this work? Check, queen takes, and he's coming over here. That's a very peculiar move. Now takes rook. It's really strange. That's confused me. Takes, queen takes here. King here's his idea. Maybe this is not as strong as I had thought. I got rook here as well. G4 takes, rook takes, king f1. This is only a check. Should be a song. So let's go here, because I couldn't, but then maybe he runs now. So yeah, he does. He runs Billio style. So can we now try to take over this file? Not sure I like the way I'm playing this, I have to say. I'm trying to control every side of the board. And he comes back now. So now takes. Oh, fuck, this is complicated. Takes, rook takes, king f1, check, king e1. So if I come here, I'm not sure I'm doing this right. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. And I want to combine this. So he does obviously come over here. And now I've got to keep control. This seems correct because I keep this as an option. And I've got rook c3. And now rook c1 I've got covered. So I'm trying to, like I say, take control of many areas of the board that I can. I've got these two moves as potential threats. So let's tickle him as such, because now I've got f3 as another idea, and this one. So we're still keeping the pressure on. Now I think this is now good, right? I'm hoping, because if he takes, I take, and he's not defending f1. So he's had to come and change the nature of the position, which has confused me. Not hard to do. So that is check, fortunately. And now, can we get into f3? I've got to watch out for his counterplay, but this, I'm hoping, ties his queen down. There's nothing along here, correct? No checks. My king is, weirdly enough, on a fantastic square. And I don't see how he defends this now. This is the only possible idea, but I can simply take it. And even exchanging queens is sufficient here. Which I might do, but it's probably better to keep that pawn. And now we can exchange queens in the safest way. Okay, good, we got there. Whew. I always get stressed out in the first game. Always. But we won. So let's just see if we can make me bigger. I don't know if you want to see me bigger. My body and head, I meant. And what's been going on in the life of William? So, I first of all, I've just got a chessball courses out, and it is the Stonewall Dutch Lifetime Repertoire. It's about 25 bloody hours of videos. You don't have to get the videos. That's not necessary. You can just get the book, which is a lot cheaper. It's about 30 quid or something, 30 bucks. The videos, I mean, is good, but if you want to learn about the Stonewall Dutch, I put in so much work to making this this course good. So and also, if you want to support me, then there you go. That is a potential thing that you could buy. It helps me a lot, obviously, every sale. And it's on sale, I think. Maybe it depends when I get this video out, but probably not for long. It will go up in price again soon. But maybe you can have a word with Chessball and see if they can do you a deal, do you a steal. And yeah, I'll put a link in description because, you know, we've got to try and make some dough somehow. Title Tuesdays don't really bring in the pennies, I'm afraid. Cheers. What am I drinking? I'm drinking a mug of gunpowder tea with fresh ginger. And I mean, ginger's clearly the best colour anyway, but ginger is so good. It always energises me, gets me flowing, flow state. And what else have I been doing? So I was commentating. So the reason I haven't done Title Tuesdays, and sorry, I haven't been around for a while. We've got a big game here. Is that I was commentating on Wakenzee. Don't know how you say it. It's over in Holland. The Wimbledon chess. It was great fun. I loved it there. Lovely people. I love people from Holland. They're very friendly. Great venue. They had a bar that did Duvel where I was working. Oh, love a bit of Duvel. And it was fantastic. And I had a day in Amsterdam. Don't ask about that. And a night. And that was interesting. With some friends. I have a friend who lives over there. My friend Fiona was over there as well. So that was some rock and roll. But let's try to concentrate on this game. So I'm playing Amin, who's a very talented player from Iran. Really good player and a nice guy. I don't know him, like, you know, really well, but I've met him like maybe once. I was probably drunk, who knows, maybe twice. But he's a good guy. And we're into a pretty, well, it's basically an exchange French, isn't it, for fuck's sake? But we're just going to have to live with the fact it's an exchange French. And I've been playing so badly at Blitz until like yesterday. My Blitz for the last 3 weeks, I just lost all my energy. I don't know if you get this as well, but I literally just felt like, I mean, I don't know what was going on, but I felt like, you know, I was cracking. And only just the last couple of days I started to play well again, but I was playing like so badly. It was embarrassing. So it's kind of nice to feel like I got a little bit of the mojo back. Get your mojo right in. And now I expect Amin to throw this little guy in here. And he's got this annoying pin, hasn't he? So I've got to think how I'm going to get out of that one. Now, do I come here and then try to plonk? Because he's going to... This is the move that's obviously a little bit terrifying. The other idea is to bring the bishop back, break the pin, and then plonk. I don't know. Let's go for this one. I don't know what's best, because I need to be able to move this knight at some point. And I'm here. We might have bishop f4, which is quite interesting. So I don't know. And yeah, like I say, there's lots of strong players in this. 3+1. And we're just going to... No, I don't know. Do we even consider... Well, it's too late. I've done it. I mean, the other one was probably more sensible. But when the fuck have I been sensible? I'm getting more sensible as I get older. Maybe I should have thrown that one in. But I'm just trying to get all the boys developed. And I have to now go here. And do we now flick it in? I mean, I quite like my position here. It's quite juicified. What about this? Just getting out the... something a bit weird about my last move. I didn't like that move I just played. So we have to keep... Okay, let's play a bit more aggressive. Let's throw this guy in. Oh, no, I'm going to play that move. and see what this position is like. So maybe... Oh, he's getting the queens off. You bastard. And this could... Yeah, I didn't want to get the queens off. That's not what I had in mind. So it's a bit disappointing, that. I'm taking too long. My pieces don't seem great when the queens come off, I have to say. All right, let's play here and just deal with it. Yeah, I didn't realise you could get the queens off, because I was starting to get some ideas of bishop c7, queen takes here, e3, and the knight getting into this square. So he's grabbed the pawn. Brave play. And I was kind of hoping he did that, but I don't know why I was hoping, because it's probably just a good move. And is he going to come back now? Coming back. So e3, he comes back. Check. Bishop takes. Rook. East. Okay, we have to keep. I'm trying to say I've got some compensation for the pawn I've just given away, because I felt like there could be a little bit of action, and we've got to keep the queens on. So I've got to play this one. Otherwise, who are ya? And now he's got to move the bishop, or not. And I thought that his knight would be... Oh, my bishop's dropping. A very crafty idea. Takes, takes, takes. My bishop drops. Oh, just bish off, will ya? Fuck. That's annoying, shall we say? Okay, yeah, that's a real fucker, basically. Because this bloody queen of malarkey takes, and this all drops. So okay, here knight e6. Wow, at least then my queen. He can't allow this to happen. So yeah, it's just as queen b3 kind of ruined my plan somewhat, and it's looking tough now because that pawn is in. It's a pawn, so we're in tricky defensive mode here. But you never know. It's not completely over, I say, with a squint. I think I have to get rid of this one, and let's just run with the cowboy. Now he might come into e7. I'm a pawn down, so I've got to take some chances here, as in I might as well run my king to the center. And now we don't want to allow that to come in here. Now, is he going to mate me? Maybe. Such is life. And we'll try to get rid of this weak pawn, because I wanted to also give myself a square there. But actually, rook there would have worked so much better. I wish I was good at chess. It'd be so nice to be a good chess player, wouldn't it? And if I come forwards, he's got this check. And then I can take it, but it doesn't work. So I have to come back. And that's again, annoying. Because my king was very active. And I think I missed the chance there. Rook f3. Okay, well, we must come in. There's no point going backwards now. And we must come here. These are forced. And here, king here. It's not looking easy. And this little guy is ready to travel. And travel, I feel he may. So, yeah, that's basically what I feel about this position. I'm not happy at all. What do I do? What do I do? I mean, the pawn is just coming. And this ending's hopeless. This position is rather hopeless all round, I have to say. Check here. Okay, I mean, maybe I could try this as a desperation thing, but it's very desperate. Try to get some chances against this king, but yeah, it's not really working, is it? And now he's on that one, so okay, we'll try to activate a little bit. Now I have e3 for my rook, but this pawn is just too strong. It's coming through, and I haven't really got any chances. You can also just probably go here. I don't see quite what I'm doing here. Yeah, so anyway, I was in Wykonze, how'd you say it? Why can't say? I was commentating. It's probably on the Chess 24 channel if you want to have a look. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed. I was commentating my friend Vanko Huska, a good, strong player. And oh God, stop making me think as well. It's not very nice of you to make me think. And I'm still having to think. Leave me alone. I'm trying this and I'm trying to tell a story. Can you just like beat me so I can talk? All right. And I don't think this even does anything, does it? I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing. This pawn does something. So I'm a little bit desperate. Can I stop that pawn? I don't know. I don't know if I can. We will see. And I can get the rook over here maybe. But that pawn is very, very strong. Okay, I'll tell the story a minute because I'm still thinking. Okay, well, I was hoping he's going to go here. And now, is there no draw? This one, this one, this one. This idea. And then checkmate. Whoa, what the fuck has happened here, son? Oh, God. Simon, you're so slow. How on earth am I ever going to outblitz anyone? Why am I even thinking of that? I actually got right back into it, right? Oh, God. That was not as simple for him. I mean, I managed... Great, let's just have a look if there was any drawing chances at the end there. So, yeah, so we did that. And then I was over in Norway. I was over in Oslo, Title Tuesday. I'm going to a place called Alta very soon, which is a crazy place in the northern tip of Norway, so that's going to be wild. And let's have a look. So here he played this move and suddenly it felt like I had some chances here, but he was always all right. It was a little bit of a scare for him, but not quite a scare enough. Let me just get the board up there. We're in with the next round. Okay, well let's see if we can come back. I mean, that was a close game, but I let that queen exchange annoy me. I shouldn't have allowed the queen exchange. And I always get a little bit psyched out when I play these like superstars. So especially in the first couple of rounds. So let's psych ourselves back into this tournament. Like I say, the tromp. I think this is the best way of meeting the tromp generally. And what are we going to do here? Well, I think it might involve our little friend. Say hello to our little friend. He is Harry the Naughty Pawn. There needs to be a book written about this guy, doesn't there? I could see it. A childhood friend called Harry comes into school and starts sacrificing himself. Let's just give it up. Give it on up. Give it on up. Up, baby. And, well, if he takes, I'm definitely whipping it. Maybe not that way. Could be a little bit dangerous. I mean, this position just a mess because he's got e5, which he found the best move. That's what these players tend to do nowadays. It's annoying. And can we now... this one... If I take... it's complicated. I'm thinking about taking and going queen here and grabbing this, but that looks absolutely stupid for some reason. This is a damn good move. Okay, well here, queen here. That also looks stupid, but I love it. Okay, so here we can even think about sacrificing. What am I doing? What am I doing here? Why am I playing like this? I'm literally sometimes worried about my mental health when I play chess off the chessboard. It's gone well past that limit. So here, we take here. Is that anything? No. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Calm down. So here, takes, rubbish. So here, queen f4. Takes here. I have to take, and then bishop e2. And I'll exchange down and I'm claiming that I have an attack, but I very much doubt it. It looks a little bit Billy bullshitty to me. So after this, what else can we do? Now, can we go here? He takes here, and then queen here. It's a whole piece, so it's got to be absolute bolax. Yeah, so he has to go here. I think I have to go here. This is my idea. But now knight takes here because I'm threatening this one. So of course he does this, and I have to do this because otherwise I'm a whole piece down. And this is, like I say, probably, well, I say probably. It is nonsense. Now, do I flick this in? I feel like I probably, no, because then he gets this square. So we have to go here. And I'm in exchange down, and he might be able to counter-sacrifice. This is kind of one thing I was worried about. Some counter-sacrifice on this square, but he probably doesn't need to or should do that. And I'm aiming to get in, but you kind of need a rook in this kind of position to attack, I feel like, and I've already just given that one up, so, you know, I'm not a necromancer and bringing rooks back to life. That ain't the way I roll. I'm more of a life giver than taker, I feel, you know. Radagascan kind of character is what I'd like to be. Saving those poor wildlife animals. The foxes especially. I mean, who the fuck hunts foxes and for fun? What kind of bastard are you? And, right, so, now if I take, he's going to go f5, right? That's his idea. But then at least I have f4 for my knight. So it's still bolax, but it's now, how big is the bolax? Well, okay, it's still massively bolax, but such is life. And this knight is coming in, you know, so it's not complete bolax. It's just, no, I don't know about this one because I feel a little bit loose here. But I was trying to stop all his counterplay. Now, what's he doing? Is he coming here? He's trying to counterattack me, and here. He's not allowed to play good moves, and he just did. Which is awfully bloody rude of him. Now, how do we get to his king? Now, I need this knight coming in here, right? So, I think I just have to keep going and cross my fingers here. So, if he takes here, at the end, I'm going to lob this one in. And if I could get my rook over there, I'd be very happy. So, let's keep lobbing. And now if he takes here, I can play bishop d2 at the end, because otherwise he has queen d3. Now, can I get my rook here? Because I've got every single piece attacking. I mean, he has to be a little bit careful. Like bishop here. He's got this one, hasn't he? Probably just defending. Such a good bishop, that one. So is it? I mean, I could go bishop here, but then rook here. So he's played this. This seemed a little bit unnecessary because I've got bishop d2. And I might be able to swing it this way. Now his dark squares are weak. I don't think he needed to. I mean, the thing about my play is that because it's so dodgy, it tempts other people into being dodgy. And still, we've got to get this dark square bishop in, right? Now, bishop h6. How? Check. Oh, man. Even knight here is not crazy, right? I don't know. It's really easy to lose this position, obviously. Let's just go here for a second. See where he comes to the queen. Now, here, check. Here takes king h2. I don't think it's working. So I have to come back again. Obviously, we can't play for a draw because maybe we just can't, can we? So it's not cricket. Okay, let's go here. I've got to keep the game going. And now here, I should have taken the bloody draw. And I've got g4. I'm hoping to stabilize. And if I get this in, but where can I get it in? So where's that rook going? Somewhere nasty, I would imagine. Can we get our rook in? We've got bishop. Okay, let's go for it. So complex. I've got bishop here if he checks me. I've got f7 as a target. So I have to go here. And now rook f7 is my next idea. I've got g4 holding up things if need be. This one not really hitting the mark, so he has to come back. And again, incredibly what did I say? Complated? What is that? That's not even a word. So I'm threatening bishop now c3. And we've got that nice time advantage. So here I can take it because bishop c3. Boom! Put that in your pipe and smoking, son. Does the Pope have a balcony? Yes. Do I like attacking? Does the Pope have a balcony? Do we like sacrificing? Does a bear shit in the woods? So, well, that's the kind of bullshit I love playing. And I'm just like a crap version of Tau, basically. I mean, I know Tau. I'm like Tau. I'm like a 10-pint Tau, a 10-pint lager Tau. You know, hit and run, hit and try to run. That's what we got to try to do. So we're on 2 out of 3. It could be worse. Look, I'm out to 2,800. Whoa, hello, 2,800. Hi, nice to see you. Hi, hi. And yeah, I mean, that game, I mean, it obviously wasn't sound, but we had one idea in mind, and the idea in mind was checkmate. And sometimes you've just got to go for it, even if, let me just, sorry, I know you can't see fuck all, but let me just, excuse me, well, I would say, excuse my French, but you know I swear too much now for my own grief. And sometimes literally you just got to go for it. So like it doesn't matter if you know it's a bit dodgy. You just got to have some fun and try to attack. And fortune does seem to favour the brave generally. And well, we can see now we've got the thing going to tell me what a wally I am. But it's very hard to defend against an absolute lunatic. I mean, I don't know if any of you done martial arts or anything, but you know, the best form of defense is certainly attack. And if someone's like coming at you with an axe, even though they're very unskilled, untrained, and they don't have a clue what they're doing, it's a little bit intimidating. Actually, a lot of boxers, they prefer to fight other boxers sometimes because they're fighting someone who's wild and a swinger. You know, they should be they're obviously going to knock them out most of the time, but very unpredictable. And I suppose that's what you could say of me, an uncouth, unrefined man from the caves. Neanderthal. I did one of those DNA tests actually. I think I had more Neanderthal than like 95% of the population, which my friend said would happen. So let's have a look. So this is all absolute crap, but it got a little bit more better around here, I felt. So this is not so bad now because I was more worried about him trying to punish me somehow. And as soon as my knight starts, you know, working, it's quite annoying. And this was a nice idea. Oh, fucking hell, we got another good player now. Dmitry Andreikin. And I've heard he is a little bit good at the game. So what should we do? He plays a lot of weird shit, this guy. So let's do the French, because the French is my first love. You know, I'm going to move the knight here. We lost to Amin earlier, didn't we, in this? But I think we got an okay opening. And Dmitry, very, very good player, obviously. Very tricky guy. Very good, just a bloody good player. Now, probably bishop e2. And I think some plan with f5. I've come to the conclusion maybe best because I want this square for my knight. And I don't like it when white attacks you with f5. And this is, I think this position is probably about even. I I would like to find another line for black though, because I much prefer it when they castle queenside, because again we get more caveman action. Get the axe out and start throwing it. So that would be a more fun line to encounter. And he's lining up for this. But we could start capturing now, or let's just play the same move, because I also want to play this. And now I think we should try to get a knight in here. That knight's too strong, and let's come round into the center of the board. Now G5 is what I was wanting to play, so I'm going to fucking play it, man. And that's why I put my king here. It's a good thing there's a pawn there. And we're going to try to get some action like this. Looks kind of spicy for all sides. Now the knight's coming in there. It's 9. I'm dribbling. Doesn't mean I've got a good position. Just means I'm not very good at drinking. And this is a big knight. Yeah, we can see that. But that's a big knight. So Sunday, Monday, happy nights. He's trying to get rid of my guy. Fair enough. And I've got to try to come and create some stuff over here, I feel. Now, I don't feel this bishop is key, but it could open up. And this is just a very interesting position. A wild move from my opponent there, which I did not expect. Now, do I keep it closed or do I come on to the position? So F4 is like the move, but then he takes here. Now takes, queen takes. And I'm not sure. I want rook F4, queen H5, H4. And then, okay, let's open it up and just pray. Pray for nothing nasty to happen here. Now, I think I have to play this one because I wanted to play rook H4, but there's this. Okay, so he's trying to get his knight into this square. I can't get rid of this pawn, can I, easily? Now, can I? No, I wanted to take and rook here, knight here. There's nothing really clever here, is there? Okay. So, is this just bad then? Takes. I'm sorry. It's a really complicated position. So I can't. He's quick, isn't he? Good thing I'm speedy. Yeah, I mean, I can't actually see how I defend this now. Bishop here. Not then the check anyway. Oh, I can't see it, man. Yeah, okay. It looked kind of interesting, but he did outplay me clearly. Takes, rook takes as the end, but this is pharmaceutical grade fucked. Okay. Well, he played the middle game much better than me, didn't he? Let's have a look. And he crushed me with this G4. I mean, I thought I was getting the action there, but no. So okay, so let's put the engine on, and maybe it's even bad for me here. Okay, so I can take and go rook F4. Shit, so what did I miss here? So I had the right idea, and I could go knight F2. I thought he just goes bishop takes and D4. Fuck. Oh, Simon, that's what you wanted to play anyway. Oh man. So I'm dreaming of getting this bishop into the game, right? And I think after my next move I lost. You only get one chance against these players. And yeah, it starts to get very uncomfortable here. So my one chance, I mean, let's just go a little bit further back, because I think I, again, had an absolutely fine position. I played this well. And this is all cool. And queen starts to get better position. And now this is correct. And I missed this chance. I just missed that I could open up the bishop. It's one of those ones which actually, you know, I should really again be seeing. And this is now, it's nearly game over for him. He's lucky he survived. He's got to go here. And now look at that. That's what, there's such a piece. And well, I say surviving. Is he surviving here? Here, I just take here. I actually think I would have won this one had I played that move. But if my granny was called Derek, I wouldn't be here. Probably. Who knows? So ifs and buts, they don't mean shit. So we're on 50%. We played two good players, and I missed definitely some chances in that one. So let's see if we can get back into rolling a little bit better. I mean, an interesting game, but this position looks crushing, right? Fuck. I mean, like, you know, look at this checkmate. This is a checkmate and a half. If he goes here, that's checkmate. That's called a double whammy. Double whammy checkmate. That's when you get smacked in the face and kicked in the privates. Double cover your ears move that is. Anyway, we're on 50%. Some fun games. Let's try to keep the attacking stuff going. The middle section's always like manic. So the next 4 games are going to be wild. I can feel it. We're going to try to have some fun in the next 4 games, and we'll try to get a good score, because I feel like I'm still sort of playing okay. And let's try to score heavy. And yeah, so I'm sorry I haven't done any Title Tuesdays or any videos. I need to do some other videos at some point, but I've been finishing this course above. That took ages, and I had I had many deadlines I went over, and I thought I've got to stop everything and finish this course, because I try to do too many things. I try to do this, that, and I can never really concentrate on one thing. So it's better, I think, just to say, look, just do one thing at a time. So once I've got that done, and you know, I'm never going to leave you. Don't worry. You know, I'm not like your last girlfriend, thankfully. And I'm always going to be here for you. And yeah, so I will be back. I think the next 2 Tuesdays might be a little bit tricky, because I'm going to be in, like I say, I'm flying to a place in Alta, ALTA, on Tuesday, and that is the north tip of Norway. It's a little bit cold there, but it's a great place to see Northern Lights, and I'm going with some friends from Norway, and I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, really. I'm going to the most northern ice hotel in the world, and Trump hasn't claimed it yet. Not yet. And then I'm doing Title Tuesday over in Norway again. Don't know if I'm playing or commentating. So it's all cool. It's all cool. It's looking up. It's nice to have work this year, I tell you. It helps, right? It helps paying for my tea. And yeah, I mean, what else has been going on in the world? It's absolutely mental. I mean, like, I started to read. I mean, again, I always say this every time I see you guys. I like browse my phone too much, and I always regret it every single time. I'm like, huh? Why am I doing this? And yeah, so I was reading like these Epstein files, and I just don't know what to think. I honestly, the problem nowadays with the reality we live in now, it's like being on acid. It's like, what is real and not real? It's like permanently hallucinating. You know, you watch a video. Am I real? Am I real? Are you actually watching me? Am I a robot? Am I AI? Or am I actually real and messed up as I come across? I mean, you watch a video and it's like, okay, you can, in a couple of years, you just won't be able to know what's real or not. Everyone lies. The media's all messed up. Government is not there to help us. It's like, you know, it's run by horrendous people. And there's weird shit going on. Aliens, I mean, the thing is, I think they're setting us up for you know, if aliens literally landed tomorrow, people be like, it's a bit boring, isn't it? What's going on with the Kardashians? You know, it'd be like aliens could land, get out, and start zapping people, and people would be like, hey, Karen, what's on BBC One? You know, it's like everything's just. It's like we slipped into some weird timeline, and we've been dosed up with some hallucinogens, which I just don't know. It's very strange, and I think we just got to do our best and try to be better people, improve as people, which we all make mistakes, and let's try to get better. Be nicer people. That's the good idea, innit? So, and that includes the chess. So let's try to rock and roll and win a couple more, because that's the only real thing is chess, isn't it? Everything else I think is just insane. So here's my gunpowder tea. Can you see that? I've got myself a nice little loose. I got my teapot from my magic teapot. Can you see that? And this teapot, you know, whatever you put in, it sparkles some joy and pleasure into your life. And it comes from one of those aliens landed in my back garden. Says, "Sigh, I know everything's a little bit fucked up. Have this teapot. It will make things okay." And I was like, all right, my friend, I'll take that teapot. What can I give you in return? He goes, all I want is your stone wall course. And I was like, sorry, mate. Free, because they're tight bastards. You're going to have to buy it. Anyway, we came to an agreement, and I have the Martian's teapot. So I will fill myself up, get the energy ready to win the next 4 games. And let's rock and roll. Let's play some interesting chess. It's the only thing that keeps me sane is literally chess. Without chess, I would be totally lost. So, and I hope some of you feel, well, I hope chess has saved some of you as well. Let me know in the comments. I do read them. I do, you know, believe it or not. Yeah, next game's starting to say, I'll just pause at my end so I can sip in peace. Peace from my own talking. All right. I don't know if I've messed up the well, I think it's recording. I mean, you update something like I updated the thing I use and everything stopped working. But let's see. Okay, so we're playing a good player as usual, and let's try this Queen B3 move. Ah, she knows exactly what to play, and I don't know what to do against this one. Let's just grab the pawn. Yeah, I've had this before, the C5, and it's a good move. And I'm not sure how we should be meeting this now, because my knight feels a little bit loose here. My opponent's playing very quickly, so I have to block this one. Looks like I'm walking into some prep. I've got to watch out for the knight coming here. Can I play e3 and take with a king? That looks really loose. It's a problem walking into some sort of sidey line. Okay, I'm going to play it, but I don't like my position. My king is too exposed, and I think I had to do this to get the bishop out. And I was worried about my opponent's knight coming into e4, but now the knight could be coming to g4. If I can get to the ending, of course, my king's well positioned, so that's something we can aim for. Now, knight here, this check, and she's got something coming here. So okay, let's take that bishop and try develop or come back. Well, this one, there's a check there. And then king here, there's a check there. It's a tricky position, this. It's a really tricky position. Okay, so I really want to stop this check. I mean, I might be overthinking it. If I can get my pieces safely developed, then I'll be okay. I'm obviously not taking that pawn because of rook e8. So I just want to play 2 more moves, and I'm kind of like, all right. So I think I should be over the worst now. Yeah, my opponent can take this one, but I get an open file, and there's a nice square here, but now my knight stops that one. So this is looking a little bit better, I feel. It's about even now, but I was definitely thinking the worst. Okay, I've spent a lot of time getting this, but as it's an ending, maybe that's not so important. E5 worries me the most. Knight here, but then I guess king f2, and I can get my rooks to these lines next. And I'm not threatening to take this pawn again because of rook e8, but she's played the move that scared me the most. And now if here, okay, well, do I allow that one, or do I stop it? Now if I stop it, the knight comes here, check. So I might have to allow it, and which is a shame because not really what I wanted. My opponent's got rid of her weakness. She's playing well. And of course, I can't claim any advantage. Now, there is a trick here and here if rook e8, maybe. Or even now. Can I check straight away? And then check. Does this work? Well, let's find out. So king takes knight c5. And my extra pawn is not of any value, really, because the king comes to b4. As it probably will now. And I put myself in this pin, and I'm fucking losing this, aren't I? Shit. Because I've just sat into this pin with no... and she's just going to swap off. I can't see a solution here. Because rook e3, everything comes off, takes. King here, takes here. I'm going to be too slow, so I have to try and go for this pawn, but it's losing. I blame it on my computer program. Okay, I've got to find something to blame. We'll come back after this. She played very well, but I that tactic just didn't work. It's a shame. I should have taken here first, because now with everything coming off, taking here, takes here, it's just losing. Simple as that. Here. This is even without best play. So my pawns are dropping too much. Another good move from my opponent. And there's nothing that can be done at all here. They're too far advanced. I'm not playing that opening again. I was hoping, and it's a very stupid thing to hope, I was hoping that my opponent wouldn't know this line, which I faced once before. Because they don't, I mean, I was basically gambling in the opening. And I don't mind gambling when I'm attacking. But gambling the way I did was just very stupid to do. And there's a couple of ways to win here. Here, g4, and this one is obviously winning as well. King g2. So that was out. So just opening problems there. And I should have played something a bit more sensible earlier on. This a6 is an annoying little move. I just don't feel it should be very good, but it's one of those new lines I haven't looked at in depth. I've never faced it over the board. I would like to go c5 here, but the way I played, I saw Peter Wells, a grandmaster, play next to me in the British Championships or something once, and the point is, if Black now defends this one, Peter played e4, and this, even though the computer doesn't agree, gets quite funky because you go bishop c4, and this gives you some counterplay, even though the computer's now saying it's absolute nonsense. But c5 has been played against me a couple of times, and I just have never found the right line here. And it seems like Black gets very good play. And the way my opponent played it, she obviously had done her research. And after bishop e6, knight f4 check. I didn't like this. Didn't like this at all, even though it's still okay. I think I probably have to do this, put my bishop on g2, as it says, because this one, my king is just a little bit too weak. And okay, I did get, to be fair, I mean, my position is not too bad, but then I saw this tactic later on, and I didn't think it through long enough. And that was another mistake. We got this position, which is fine, but rook takes a6 is actually not working. That extra pawn is of no use to me. I have to go rook takes rook first at least. And this is actually a losing move, because yeah, I'm just helping my opponent get, not even giving my opponent any challenges there at all. And that's one thing you should never do in chess. Never make it easy for your opponent to make decisions, right? At least give them a challenge, you know, make it hard for them. So we're in minus score now. I'm going to have to try to, I mean, play a little bit fucking better, obviously. And again, it's really annoying. I mean, look at the accuracy of my opponent there. She played very well, 95%, nearly a perfect game. And my game, it says, is 2900, which is very nice. Don't believe it. But she played very well, and she played very well very quickly. But I'm going to have to get 3 out of 3 now. We want to get that 7.5. So if we get to 5, it's very hard to get 7.5 now. But let's play a little bit more flow. And hopefully this is recording. It'd be bloody annoying if it wasn't. At the top, we have the scores, if you're interested. I'd always recommend that if you want to watch the top guys, the Take show is very good on Untitled Tuesday. I mean, I'm going to try to do some more videos. I don't know what other videos I should do, really. It's quite hard work just playing all the time. Sometimes I enjoy these Untitled Tuesdays, but you've got to really be in the mood. And it's only because I'm losing, I'm starting to moan. What a pathetic man I am. But you get my drift. And yeah, there's just so many difficult players, aren't there? Look at the list there. Not even Hikaru at the top at the moment. Well, there's still some games going on. That's how quickly I lost. Didn't feel like I lost quickly there, but I walked straight into that bloody tactic. And I'm too scared to pause the broadcast again, because last time I did that, it all went very wrong. So you're just going to have to, like, wait. And the other thing, at least in the description with this video, you do have links to the next game. So if you don't want to just wait and share a cup of tea with me now while we get ready for the next bit of violence, then you can just press the link below in the description to take you to the next game. But it is a perfect time to get your tea out and come and join the Magic Teapot posse. And we can talk about life. We can digest some chess over a nice cup of tea. Now, I do prefer a Duvel. I mean, my favourite drinks, I do like an alcoholic drink now and again. But sometimes it just has to be tea. Okay, let's see if we can do better. Let's try to get back over 2,800 as well by the end of this competition. We've got 3 games to go to take us to the last part. And we need to get 3 out of 3. Now, the French has got 0 out of 2, so we're going to swap to the Sicilian. I missed that great chance against Andreikin. I'm going to play my favourite dragon, because I just want some violence now. And good, my opponent's playing main line. And we're just going to go into a main line dragon. Let's hope he castles queenside. None of this pathetic, weak, shambolic. Yeah, good man. He's a real warrior, this guy. He's going queenside. Whoa. He's saying, Simon, I'm going to mess you up, man. I don't believe in your shit, man. That's what he's saying. And why should he? And he's just, is he going to keep coming at me? Actually, he's starting to scare me a little bit. No? Okay, so we'll go B5. Because you don't care about pawns. Now, that is a strange move, because now I can block his attack down. That was a poor move. That was a poor move. Now, I know he wants this. But I've got 2 options. One is as such, but this one is also... Let's go here. Now, if he takes my knight, he can't attack me on the king side because he's blocked up. He needs to have bishop takes knight. But he moves his queen here. His queen is rather funny, so he has taken. Now, rook or pawn. I'm going to take... Oh, I don't know. What one do we do? I really don't know. Let's take with a pawn and try to hit him on Bertie too. Because you can see what he's done. He's allowed himself to stagnate over here. And he can't get his bishop in. Now, he can still have a go at coming at me with like f5. And I'm going to switch back to... You have to find a target in your opponent's position to attack, right? This is key for chess. Because then you can build a plan around that. And his opponent, his is this square. Now, I always have to watch out for the knight coming in here. This is one thing I do have to watch. Now, any tactics? This? No. If I go queen a5, for example, knight here is annoying. So queen b6. Let's go this way. Maybe over to here. Still got to watch out for this. We might have to, you know, his position's still okay. It just seemed a little bit slow. So I'm threatening checkmate. And I would have thought a move such as rook b1. Now, can I take that? I don't like it. This knight's going to move. Something nasty is going to happen. So I want to play queen here because I want to keep lined up. And I want to get a rook to this square. But he can now come in, as I'm sure he might do, with knight here. And I've got to play a defensive move like rook e8 because I don't want to allow that knight to come all the way here. The other idea is this is something to work. I mean, in an ideal world, I want rook here, rook here, rook here, I think. So he's coming this way around. Now, let's get that rook. And here, can't do that anymore. Maybe against this one. Really don't want to play bishop f8. That'd be very sad. So knight here. Not obvious. Or maybe I have to play bishop f8, but I don't want to do that. So he's coming because my bishop's then gone to the silly square. I really wanted my bishop on this one. Now he's trying to force his way through. Here he comes in with check. But should that worry me? We'll find out. So he's going to come in with check, and I have to take that knight. My knight defends against any dark squares, and he still... Okay, so he hasn't. Do we now have time to continue with my plan of putting the rook on this square? This is what I've been planning for a while, because we're just building up then against a2, because that's his new target, a2. And then other thing I'd like to do is to go d5 and try to get the bishop in. So he's played this very passively by moving his knight backwards now. So for example, one idea, rook a5, knight g3, knight takes here, rook takes a2, checkmate. And my king looks very safe now. So he's played a crafty idea. Not sure I fully believe this, surely. Takes... His king looks so dodgy. Can he really play this? Takes. Just don't quite believe what he's doing here. Rook here then. So takes, rook here. With the idea, okay, let's see. So take here. And now rook here. Because I want rook takes c3 if he moves his bishop. If I'd have taken the bishop, he would have come in there. There might have been something there as well, but I couldn't see it. This was the tactic I spotted with my rook not doing that because he's defended. Bastard. So he has defended. I missed this defensive move. Still... haven't attacked well here, have I? Still should be all right though. Maybe not, I don't know now. d5. Pawn takes. Bishop takes c3. Pawn takes. Yeah, it's not so good now. Okay, well, I forgot about his defense, bishop a3. So he's managed to put his defense on. Now, do we bring the rook this way and keep going? Why not? We have to keep throwing forwards. Rook here. And try to get this d5 move in. So we've still got the initiative here. Can't go b3, obviously, because of this one. If his knight comes in here, okay, now I have to play d5. If he takes, I take on a2 checkmate. This was the move I mentioned earlier. But I don't know if I'm even taking this bishop, because then things start to get exchanged. So he plays another good move. Bastard. I played this so badly. I'm getting frustrated now with what I'm doing. Okay. All right, I'm going to go here. And even this is just shit. He just takes it. What is this nonsense? My back rank is too weak. So do I have to give my king a little bit of back rank? I have to give myself this square. Yeah. Now, at some point we might just have to whip this one off and pray. But can we do this first and get in here? Don't know. Can try, but then his rook comes in. He's just using this fucker. Here. Takes. Queen. It's not good enough, is it? Not good enough. Oh, man. So rook here. And I'm really punting now. And I've probably just queen here. Then I have to maybe come here, but then he comes in. So we made this very hard. Bishop takes here. That pawn's too strong. But he's got... Oh, queen takes, he takes here. So I have to take with the rook. And he takes here, and I'm just losing. Absolutely losing here. Here. Check. Man. Ugh. Could be mate now. Oh, mate. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, that was annoying. Oh, no. So we're -2. What a bad score. And we had a very nice middle game there. And even at the end, some great chances. So let's have a look at this position and see where it went wrong. So it should be doing fine. I mean, it's not as good as I thought. Maybe I should have taken with a rook. Maybe rook takes is safer, and then just go for play on the c file. But this is all right. And then my position again was great when he started going backwards. This is sure okay. It's not as good as it thinks. So this bishop was not good. Okay, well, we have to recover now. And some bad games going on, but at least they're exciting games. Now, I saw a very interesting idea against this b3 line. Okay, she's played c4, so we're going to a Dutch. We haven't had one Dutch today. This is kind of like a Dutch opening now, because we've got the pawns like this. And we'll play it as we normally do. Just try to get the queen over to the king side and checkmate. What else can we do? Let's roll it around. Oh, that last game though, the last 2 games started off reasonably well. The middle section, it's been a killer. I have to win the next 2 to get to equal score. What's happening? And I thought I was over my dodgy blitz play until I bloody played Title Tuesday. Cursed with my own doing. So hence chess is a tough game. Right. Now, I might be giving her a bit too much respect with that move. I was a bit worried. Well, I'm sure she's a great player, but I mean, I was worried about c7. I should have maybe just got on with it. And that's what we're going to try to do next. We're just going to try to get the queen over here and create some chances on the king side. That would be the plan. This T's not working, is it? Come on, T, start kicking in. So there goes the queen. And at least the queen is now in a reasonably aggressive square. But how do we add some firepower? It's not clear because her pawns do a great job of stopping my pieces coming into the position. I mean, this doesn't really do anything. Probably play c6 because d5 would help me. Is something nasty going to happen the way I'm playing? I wouldn't be surprised. That's a very strange move, that one. I'm not sure how that helps her. She's trying to get the knight in, but all right, that shouldn't scare me, but I'm scared of everything at the moment, just the way I'm playing. So now let's get the queen here. Maybe I should have gone a6 just to stop any potential pawn takes pawn and the knight coming here. I'd love it if bishops could jump because I could fly this one in or play that, but I want to build up a little bit more first. So I want to kind of like go bishop d7, knight g5 and knight g4. That would be like my ideal way of playing this. So should we go, let's go with the knight now, because now if rook f1, which is clearly my opponent's idea, I might better trap that one with my knight. Okay, so now we can come in. I'm giving up this pawn, but okay, it should be time now to just attack. If my bishop gets in on the light squares, fantastic. And otherwise, I'm attacking with a lot of pieces. And that's why I didn't quite like this g3 that my opponent played. It seemed to give me some squares that I could maneuver into. So takes, check. Maybe she has to take it. And she gets a good center, so it's still a very complex position. I think she has to now try going for my center. Luckily, her bishop's trapped in, luckily for me. So if she can take this and get these central majority moving before I checkmate her, that would be all right. But she's going to have to now, I think, take this one somehow, because it looks so scary if she doesn't take. So she has. She's played the right move. Now, pawn or knight. Well, let's keep that pawn. It might come in handy later on. And next up, I don't need to panic in the center because the center looks all right. So let's just move this one here and get all the pieces as nicely situated as I can. But as I said, she's done the right thing. She's taken the center. She's played well after this idea of g3. And the position looks, well, it doesn't look that bad, does it? Now takes, bishop takes. I'm gonna get my king out of any checks because tactically I'm asking for it. And this also gives me an idea, maybe taking, and some bishop move. Could I have done that last move? Takes, bishop a3? Maybe I could have done. Maybe I should have done. And I was thinking when I first played king h8 that this position would be very pleasant. I didn't count pawns, but as long as this one can't get in, and I'm going to get a lovely open fart as we see here. Now check and moving the other rook looks really nice, but there was also queen there. Now, if I can get my queen in on these light squares, it should be the end. And I think we can come somewhere like this now. And the good thing about this, it always gives me an option to bail out to an ending. And my opponent has it's equal material, but my rook should be better in any ending because her pawns are not connected. They're not that scary. It's quite hard for her to get a passed pawn, but she has to get to the ending. So check queen here. So now we're just going to stop that idea by first going here, because that stops her bringing her queen over to help defend the position. And then next move, the queen can come in to d5. That bishop still hasn't come out. I expect her king might have to start running soon, when a rook to h6 could be the finish. She's gone back, but after check, and now the other rook coming in, or this rook just sliding back, either way, it should be terminal. And I can also take and win the queen that way. Let's do it by checks. It's always nicer. Just make sure I haven't miscalculated, and I don't think I have. And that's the end of that. And the king comes out, and I can take here, and we'll do that next move. So, okay, so we're fighting for 50%. Oh, dear. It's been a break, and chances of getting over 2,800. I've got 4 games to go. Going to need to win them all. But I just need to win the next one to get to 50%. It's what happened to those days of getting 8.5, eh? They're long gone. Long gone. The 8.5s have run away from me at the moment. They're like, they're in the distance. In the bloody distance. Well, let me know in the chat. What else have you lot been up to? You been doing anything interesting the last couple of weeks? Any good stories? You've been watching any of the chess? Been up to anything? Playing some nice moves? Better moves than me? I'm sure you will like post all the improvements I could have made. Simon, why didn't you just win the queen here? Why didn't you do that? Ah, if only. So much is easier in hindsight. And yeah, I mean, it's a pity there's only one Title Tuesday a week, right? So what other videos? I mean, I was thinking about going back to doing some of these long play videos. Got so sick of the cheaters that it put me off a little bit of doing those videos, and they were all right. So maybe we'll do a little bit more educational stuff. Not too well. No, we should do educational. Give you some free lessons of how to improve. And at the moment in this tournament, the leader, I don't know who this is. Zoo. So who is Zoo? Oh man, Zam Saron Tistropov. And I did come across this player last week when I was in Oslo commentating with David Howe, and he was doing very well. I think he lost to MVL in the last game there. MVL won it last week, so strong player. Mr. Terrible, not so terrible. No, that's the same guy. Who's Mr. Terrible? That's a bloody high rita. Renita Terry. Jeffrey Jean, we know how good Jeffrey is, and he's really nice, Jeffrey, as well. One time I did manage to beat him, he said well done, which was nice. Didn't expect that. I've heard he's pretty good. Vincent Kamar. And is this another? Adri Espenko, who's playing soon in the candidates. That's going to be the big event of the year, isn't it? Who's going to qualify to have a chance to face Gukesh for the World Championships? And who's going to be World Champion? Is Gukesh going to keep the title, or is someone else going to knock him off? And it's a bit... I think it's fair to say that Gukesh is not the strongest player in the world. He's the world champion by absolutely fair means, and he deserves to be the world champion, but he's not the strongest player in the world. Magnus Carlsen is still by far the strongest player. And the way I'm sort of looking at it, looking at chess, is that Magnus is still like here, and everyone else is here and here, but Magnus is still like... He's up there. He just doesn't. He's had his run. Doesn't want to play anymore in the longer play. Fair enough. It's up to him. And for that reason, I think all these people just below, whoever wins the candidates and faces Gukesh, I think it'll just be a really close match, right? I mean, Gukesh is great in matches. Fantastic player. I think he's got another step he can make up, Gukesh, to become stronger, but he's not the strongest player in the world. So it's going to be the World Championship. It's going to be very interesting. I'd say for different reasons of like who is going to be world champion. It's going to be very open. I don't know what's going on with Ding now. What the hell's going on with Ding? I haven't seen Ding for ages. Hope he's all right. I hope, you know, it's all going all right over in China for him. And what other names do we have? I saw Hikaru was on the list of players, but is he still there? Oh, you got Fabiano. You got all the normal lot. Hikaru, it's only on 5 out of 7. I say only because he's normally winning it all the time. A friend of mine I was speaking to, because I don't follow a lot of speed chess except when I'm playing it, was mentioning that he thought Hikaru had a drop in strength recently. And I was like, well, I don't think so. I mean, I think Hikaru is saving himself for the candidates, and I think everything else is second. You know, it's not as important as the candidates, right? The candidates is Hikaru's chance, and it's not his last chance, but it's his chance to become world champion. And it's going to be very exciting. I mean, he's got so many supporters. Time for the Kilkenny. Now, is he a Kilkenny grabber, or is he a scaredy pants and a Kilkenny runner-awayer? He's the Kilkenny grabber. He's showing some cahooters by grabbing the pawn. Now, I'd love to say I knew what I was doing now, but I don't. It's just a wild position where we get a centre and he gets some stuff over here. I mean, God knows what this position's like. Seems like I should get pretty good compensation here, don't we feel? Do we feel, boys and girls? I reckon we should. We've got an open G file. Or am I talking nonsense? Do I ever talk nonsense? Well, I'm going to try to keep attacking that knight and coming through the centre. And it just seems, again, we're getting some interesting games today at least. We're not playing great chess, but I need to win this to get to that 50% with 3 games to go. I'm just looking at the name of this, and chess.com calls it the Gibbings Wiedenhagen Gambit, which is not one I've heard of before. I've just called it the Kilkenny Gambit. I knew it was played in Kilkenny a lot. So where do we put our pieces now? This one aiming for g6, or do we just slide the rook? Oh, let's just slide the rook. There was a reason I gave up the g pawn, right? And it must be to do something along this line. Okay, now we're going to start looking at kaplonking. And we have an interesting position. Looks like good play to me. It's only a mere pawn. And in we go. Now, surely he can't come out and play, can he? He's not allowed to come out and play like that. That's just, no. You can't surely do that. No, you can't. I was hoping he'd come out and play there, but he didn't. And how do we continue this barrage of bullshit? Okay, let's keep going. Kilkenny! In we go, boys. And we want to bring the queen in next, and this is crazy. We may even have this little cheeky move. And look at this, the Kilkenny line is laughing. So is it time to bring this one in? Where do we go? Where do we go? Wow, where do we go? Check, bishop here, check. And I think, okay, that looks crushing. Look at this, he's getting absolutely rinsed with the Kilkenny. Now, king here. Ooh, there might even be a bishop checkmate. Bishop here. He's getting slaughtered. The Kilkenny is back. No, don't mess it up. I've done this before. Prematurely celebrating when the game is still on. Now, you know, let's therefore keep thinking. Now, the other reason I thought this was so strong is because this bishop. I mean, this is such a good opening. It's such a good opening. I've got to do a course on this bullshit. The bullshit Gambit course. And whoa, what is that? Okay, I'll take that one. And now I'm okay. I'm not going backwards. You should know that. We're coming in. You're not running away, my friend. You're trapped in the Kilkenny net of doom. Oh, I'm actually enjoying. This is one of the only positions I've enjoyed. We got this or this. Which one should we go for? Will he resign? Shall I offer a draw? That is just rude. Okay. Oh, no, because I've got to have checkmate in one before I offer a draw. Can we offer a draw in this game? Now, bishop check here. Let's see if we can work out checkmate. there. And then I come in here. Let's do that. It looks like fun. Check, and then in here. Or we could come in here. That's a nice checkmate. So he's completely stuffed now. He can come here. And then I might even just take... And I'm actually even a piece up here. This is like... It's so good. I'm even a piece up in this position. And crushing. So king here. Then I might just calmly castle to get the rook in. Maybe I'm doing this too calmly. King here. What else can we do? Is there actually a win? A checkmate. Check king here. We could then go over here. But there should be something stronger. Here. I'll probably castle. I think I'm going to castle. Because then it gives me that rook option. Iran. What's his name? I don't know how to pronounce that. So I'm not even going to try. Let's just go very calmly here. Okay, now I'm a piece up and we're ready to calmly bring this one in. Now I could have gone queen e6 earlier and won, but I want checkmate. I don't want to win his queen. And sometimes chess is fun and it's okay. There's got to be now a mate. Let's calculate this one out. I could win that knight, but check here. Check. Here, check. That looks nice. This looks like a very nice way of doing it, because then I've got this check. Check here, check here, check. Oh, I like this one. This is cute. This is nice. There's many ways to win, but this is pretty, and that's why I castle, so the rook can come in. Now check, and the rook comes in next. And then the bishop moves with mate. So check. And his king, if it goes here, runs into bishop f8. Shakmat. He's making the... he doesn't want to give up, does he? Check. And now maybe I can offer him a draw. Let's offer him a draw. Just so, okay, we're ready. No draw before move 40? Really? Is that a rule? Ah! Oh, check. Check. Okay, I'm trying to get to move 40. I can't. What a stupid rule. I mean, this is a... and now checkmate. Okay. That's a... I mean, why can't you offer a draw for move? It's not like FIDE World Championships qualifier for candidates World Cup competition. It's a bloody online competition. And well, that kind of nearly makes up for the day. And this E4, I tell you, the Kilkenny Gambit, one hell of a gambit. And we just developed. Now I think he has to play D6 here, but we got like a normal position, but he's wasted quite a lot of moves with this. This was not a good move because now his knight, if it goes here, I go F4. And if it goes here, I go E5. That's why he needed a pawn here to control this square better. And when he starts to go this way, well, I've got clearly loads of compensation. I've also got two pieces developed, two pawns. Like before, we try and look where his weakness is. And we use the Kilkenny Gary file. G6 is the weakness. So that's what we're aiming for. And we're just lining up some fun there. And to attack that one, when you've got a pawn chain, if you want to weaken a part of that pawn chain, you can often aim for the base of it first. And that move aims for the base of the pawn chain to make it wonky. If he goes here, I'm taking this one, and his king's going to wander all over the shop. And here we just throw them in. And we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got like 5 pieces attacking here. And that is too many. And there is a couple of ways to win. I mean, I don't know what else he could play here. It should be lost because this one is pretty much game over. If he goes knight here, rook g8, checkmate. And the other, I mean, I just didn't want to allow his king to come here, so he forced his king back. And this is maybe the easiest, this one. And I saw that he had to play queen here now. And, well, obviously we don't even need to calculate this one. This one might be easiest to take that queen next. But the way we prolonged it was a bit more enjoyable, because it's nice to bring every piece into the game so they don't get left out, so they don't feel lonely, so they're part of the team. And had we played Queen there, the rook on A1 would have felt a very lonely member of the team. And you should. It's like being picked last when the captain's trying to pick a football team. If you have to, come on then, you come. Well, that one doesn't want to be picked last. So before we win, we bring him in. And now he's saying, oh yeah, I'm in the game. I'm a player. And then we're saying, well, you're not just a little player, my friend. You might have been picked last, but you're going to be the champion. You are going to be the hero. Hero? Me? Little me going to be the hero? And yes, you are. You're actually going to be the hero. Oh, it's a check. Woohoo! And oh, look, it's another check. And look at that hero. The hero's come in, and we've made that rook's day. And that's what it's all about, making all the pieces happy, because you don't want them to be unhappy pieces, do you? We're back to 50%. 3 games to go. I'm going to try pausing it again, and we're going to rock and roll, and we're going to win these last 3 games and get to 7 points. We're on a roll. Is 2 points a roll? It is for me. Right, hopefully I pressed the right button after starting the show again. And our opponent's gone D3, not a move you see every day, which is cool. It's nice to have a different kind of opening. And we're now down to the last 3 rounds, and let's see if there's any chance we can sort our shit out and get to 7 points, which would be really good. That means you've probably seen this position before, right? Have you seen this before? Does the Pope have a balcony? And we swing it around and we go for the king. That's our general idea. But E3 is quite good playing because it holds this move up. And I found in these positions, the best square for the knight is on F7. And we might have to play queen here. If queen here, we can also move the C pawn. Because the way I normally like playing this is knight F7 and bishop D8. Because the bishop on D8 guards everything on this file. Now, I wonder if after here we can even try quite imaginatively by sacrificing and putting the bishop over here. It's probably not quite sound enough. And queen here, do I play the rather funny looking queen D7, which is okay because we're going to get the bishop back. Or after queen here, do I play something with a C pawn? Like C5 is probably best, isn't it? C5 is probably the best move. But do I want to open things up on that area? Okay, so my opponent's played this move, which is a bit surprising because now I've got here as one move. But let's get the knight to A7 first because it's the only good square that is going to be available to it. Maybe this was stronger, but I want bishop D8 because I want to defend C7 in a lot of lines. And now this is really looking tempting, but we have to sacrifice it if we play it here. So I think G5 makes more sense when my opponent probably has to take, and he does. This position looks all right. My opponent's got E4, and we're going to try to get rid of the defender of the king and attack on the king side. Okay, now, are we worried about that pawn? Are we worried? I don't normally worry too much, do I? But don't. It's a good move, that one. So queen here takes rook here, queen here. Okay, let's not worry. Let's just go here. We can't defend everything. And I should have played this F4, maybe. And now we are starting to worry about this pawn. Now, if I move my C pawn, takes, knight takes here. So can we go all in? Are we getting any action there at all if we do that after takes? Maybe there's no action. If rook here takes here. Now B6 I don't like because my opponent just piles in with rook here. So how are we playing this position? Now C5 takes here because of the pin. But I do have a bishop here, but then maybe it works. c5 takes, bishop takes, bishop e6, knight takes, bishop takes. Okay, maybe we can do this move. Now it looks like I'm dropping this one, but I have set up a trick. Does it work? Because there's a counter trick. Bishop takes c6. c5 loosening move. So there is a counter trick after takes, bishop here, or bishop takes c6. Bishop takes here, bishop takes here, knight takes here. So my opponent's played it. Oh, maybe I should have gone d5 then. So bishop takes here is not now because of queen here, and that's just a mess. But bishop takes here. Well, I can still play d5, but let's calculate that one more time. Bishop here, bishop here, bishop takes c6. Bishop takes here, bishop takes here. So this one I didn't think was as clear because of queen here, right? And I've got two pieces for if white decides to take here, but my opponent's light squares have now become a lot weaker. Is it two pieces for what? A rook and two pawns, which again is a materialistic advantage for my opponent, but I feel my opponent's king on the light squares will be challenged. So my opponent not quite going for that yet. Okay, well I have to take here. There's no option. And I have to probably come back. So trying to open up the position with this clever move. And that makes a lot of sense actually. So here takes check. And this one is weak, yeah? So takes, rook takes. I think this is still very murky. Maybe best, I don't know. And I might have to just put some blockers on. Now I've also got this, but it doesn't see. This seems, if I can just coordinate, my bishop will be strong. But my opponent is playing this well, so this is what I'm thinking is holding it together with bishop e6 as the backup. But I'm also thinking about here. Now here, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, queen takes d3. Now, is there any threats here? No. So let's try to open the position another way. Now, if my opponent's queen gets too ambitious, there's a queen b6 check. And I can also just, now that things are reasonably defended, do that. So what I was thinking, if takes here, let's say not that rook, but the other rook. Okay, so, okay, we'll keep coming. Your king is going to be quite weak in these positions, and this pawn is very slow. So, fair enough. We won't back down. We'll take that one. We got d3. We have to break your coordination. And we're playing d3. So we're breaking the coordination. That pawn, still very slow. Now my opponent's queen has more flexibility because queen b6 not working. So come in here to attack this one. And now we've got bishop e4. If rook takes here, I can take the queen. It's a mess, but we have some chances of killing that pawn, the h pawn, the Harry pawn. So my opponent's come up with another clever idea here. Now, taking does win a piece, but I'm going for more now, maybe. Maybe here. Is that too ambitious again? Maybe, but I'm doing it. Let's do it. I could have taken the rook. Maybe I should have taken the rook, but I want checkmate. I want to keep on the g pawn. I want to keep my pieces around my opponent's king. My knight defends the queen check. So I've also got queen e2 with queen g2. ideas here. This bishop doesn't just attack the queen, it defends. And if my opponent's queen moves, I'm most likely just grabbing this one. So now, which way do I go? Takes here. I think I can go pawn takes. There's no checks. What have I missed? I can't see any problems as of yet. This is going to be mate with queen g2. And if h3, I can just take it. There's no checks here because my bishop covers. And this one, I just go, yeah, I have checkmate. So I have check and the queen's coming in, right? And if my opponent comes here, well, there's a knight check at least now. Probably this one is the simplest. Just grab the rook. And my opponent was a little bit short of time. So was that a nice game? I don't know if that was a nice game or not. It was kind of like some quite heavy calculation was needed there. And I'll tell you what's good. It's really good to... I'm getting a bit lazier with my calculation nowadays as I get older. And in Blitz, you do get lazy. But forcing yourself... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Was that a good game? They call me the Magnus Carlsen. Only on a Tuesday, game 9. That was a good game. Look at that. Beautiful game. Near perfection. I spotted all the tactics, all the moves. I'm a goddamn god of the Dutch. And we're all doing all right there, actually. And this c5, okay, so what I was more worried about, and let's have a look. I was more worried about now my opponent playing bishop takes here. Now I did have the option of bailing out with d5, which might be some compensation, and you can see here that the computer agrees that this is a better move. Now rook a b8 was the other thing I was thinking of, just to try and put that queen somewhere stupid. But after queen here, then d5. But it just about works. Some buzzing going on. Strange behaviour. Because here, I want to take here. No, sorry. What am I doing? I want to play here. This is my first fall. But I couldn't get this to work because my opponent has that move. Bishop takes c6. Okay, so I'm playing Deysi Cori, who's a really talented... She's got a brother who's a grandmaster, but she hasn't played for a long time, but she's a really good player and very tactically minded. I've got a lot of respect for these Peruvian players because they don't have the sort of same opportunities I feel that players have in other countries. There's not many tournaments, but they are really dangerous and tactical. So we're playing this system, which I've played a fair few times before. Now, do I even take with a knight? Let's take with a knight. Just causing some things to happen here. Now, I'm going to take everything off because that gets rid of that dark square bishop. And do we get greedy and start grabbing? Or do we just play it more refined? I'm going to play it more refined. I don't like grabbing pawns. Giving my opponent a chance to defend that. And she maybe is going to break now. So I don't know if I'm going to live to regret that or not. Who knows? Won't be the worst thing I've regretted in my life. So hey ho. And I'm kind of thinking now, what am I doing here? What am I doing? What am I doing? I want to get my queen off this. Maybe this has worked out right for my opponent. Maybe actually getting rid of that dark square bishop's helped her somewhat. Maybe I should have taken with a pawn and kept more tension. So now she's keeping this as an idea. Okay. So let's defend my bishop in those lines so I can take that one. And again, she's going to come in here. Do we move the knight in? But that, taking that bishop probably... Okay, let's do it anyway. Because I've got bishop c4s. If here... Can I grab there? I don't know. Or here, do I take this one? But then bishop takes... Okay, so she's moved away. Away with you. And okay, I'm going to go F4 because it defends my knight. Now, can I come here and sacrifice it? If H6. H6 here takes here. And then queen somewhere, like queen here. And I've got G. Oh, it gets complicated. So H. Okay, so here I'm definitely playing this. No doubt about that, because I've got queen over here. Now, I thought this wouldn't be possible, but maybe it is just possible, right? Because this bishop's in a funny square. So pawn takes, rook takes. So no tactical thing I can do there. Okay, maybe not. So maybe put, yeah, I mean, I should have done this last move, right? Rather than doing it when I did it. I should have done this last move. And if H5 now, I want to play bishop takes. H5, bishop takes, queen takes here. She's got to go H5, right? I don't really... Yeah, of course she has to play this move. So she pawn up. So takes here is, and then I take here. Okay, let's go for it. We're all in now. We're all in. And this is not even checkmate, but it could. Ah, okay. And if I take, then I miss this. Miss this. Takes, knight takes. So is that really difficult now? It looks difficult, right? So okay. Knight d3 and my rook. Okay, I'm going to keep some pieces on, but not with much confidence. I really want this f5, but my knight is dropping, so I want to try this, but obviously I have some issues of my own with rook g3 and f5 as my idea. Now, if she goes here, can I take there? That's the other thing. So this is still a mess, a complete mess. So I've got 3 ideas: f5, rook takes d3, and rook g3. So she defends against one of them. So we keep coming forwards. My back rank is okay. If here I can take the queen, and if she takes here, now rook g3. And anywhere else, we're starting to get some activity with this one, and also that is an option. Complex is, we're creating that chaos again. So rook g3 now, then knight f4, right? So I'm just going to play a move quickly. It might not be the best move because I want rook g3, but I don't want to allow knight f4. Now here, queen g6 is why I didn't play that. And she's defending everything. Now I couldn't take here because after, oh, could I have taken there? Because I'm hitting the rook. I should have done that. I should have just taken the knight with very decent compensation. But this is still murky. Like rook here, rook g3. And she's got to find a good move there. What a mess. What a complete mess. This rook g3 and then a knight move is what I'm aiming to do. And I've moved the rook here to guard mainly against knight f4 when I play rook g3. So this is my main concept. I've also got this as a potential idea here, but it doesn't seem to be as strong as rook g3. And she's having a very long think here. Rook g3 is hard to deal with. Hard to deal with. Not an easy move to face. And even on piece down, my remaining pieces are right in front of that one. So she's trying to run away. Now here, check as well. Or rook here. There's so many options now. Which one? Here, takes rook g3. Here though. Can we do this? Can we do this? Takes the knight rook g3 there. And I want queen there after. And if she takes, check, queen back, check, she runs here, right? So takes, I have to go rook g3. So she come here. Now, surely taking here is getting to the point. Let's do it. Let's take some material back, because I'm hitting a rook, as we noted before. Because their king was getting ready to run. Now she can take here. But it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. So she's gone here, trying to consolidate. And let's not let that queen in now. It feels very dodgy, that move, but I can't see a way. I want to keep the pressure on the clock up. And we can take there. She's missed that one clearly with this as the next threat. And I just got to keep my cool now. And not blunder. And I'm not relaxing, because if anyone knows how to blunder, it's me. I want to get rid of the last chance she has. She has no checks here. I have queen d8 as well. And I got rid of that one. And this rook bloody g3 is going to haunt her for a very long time, as well as our other moves. And that's it. So we got there in the end. Bit of a random attacking game there. And that was an important win. We got to 6 points. So we've actually won, I think, the last 4 games now. And we've got a plus score. Woohoo! It was looking so bad. It was looking so horribly bad. So now we've actually moved to a plus score. Oh, and if we win the next one, we can get to 7. So life could be worse. And after a break, it's nice to get back there. I know we've lost rating points, and we had a bit of a bad, like, we had lost to the 2 strong players, even though we had that one chance against Andreikin. One of these days, we're just going to start crushing these guys. So then we had that bad thing. But I've kind of gotten a groove now. Bring it on. Was that all sound? No, I doubt it. But we used the familiar thing of going for maximum confusion. And we can pick it up around about this position. And she played well, right? Now, this was a mistake. And this was a real punt. I was more concerned about that until I saw I had bishop takes g6. So this move, I think this one's strong. Because my queen is coming in here. And it's actually winning for me. So that was peculiar. And we are definitely punting here, don't get me wrong. This is the only idea I could see. And I've got to keep this rook to deal with the back rank. So she's got to be a little bit careful. This rook move looks very logical. But actually, after the rook comes here, now she's got to be a little bit more careful. And she's got to find some clever ideas, like rook here, giving up the piece. Because she played one more move there, holding on to the piece. And life was rough. So we might have a chance of getting over 2,800 if we can win this last game. So let's see if we can at least have some fun. I should have played e4 and gone for some King's Gambit, but we got a Queen's Gambit. And I do like the Slav variation for white. Some lines you feel very comfortable in. This is the Semi-Slav. This is a lot of fun. This is very violent because they will normally grab the pawn here, and we just let have the pawn. We're gonna kill you. And a pawn for violence on the chessboard. That sounds good. Not elsewhere. No pawn violence anywhere else, please. Just on the chessboard. Pawn for violence in the chessboard. And what is my opponent going to play? So there's a couple of moves. You either take here, go at h6, and this is the main line. This is the so-called Botvinnik variation. Now, I'm going to play a line which I've played for a number of years. Not this one, but I'm going to just play this little move. And the idea of this is, yes, you're a pawn down, but Black's king is not entirely satisfied with the way that his army has acted around him. Because if he goes kingside, well, the G-pawn has been very naughty. And if he goes queenside, he's got a lot of pawns there, but they're also gone a little bit mental. Meth pawns. The mental meth pawns. And I've had this position before, actually. I had it against Forster, Icelandic Grandmaster, in the Reykjavik Open. Wish I could remember the game. I can't remember anything nowadays, but, you know, I can remember some of that still, because that's quite a recent course, but don't ask me about any other opening. And my king is going to be very happy on G1. So that's the idea of this opening. And this pawn gives you some squares. You basically put your king behind its loyal supporters, and the other king doesn't have any loyal supporters. So this one, I don't know what to do here, but let's flick in this. And now, do we come here or do we come back? I think we come here, because I want maybe that route for the knight, yeah? And the reason I put the pawn here wasn't to tap the queen, but it's actually to stop my opponent's knight coming here, which is the main move. Now, c5 seems kind of like a critical option when I have two ideas. I can either take or maybe try to get the knight in. So c5, if we take, queen takes d4. Now this way I have to get the knight in, right? I have to try and get this in. My opponent breaks, so takes, and we get the same thing, but I've got the light squares. This looks very dangerous for my opponent. Now that I've got two knights, knight d6 is a monstrous idea, very big idea. And if my opponent gets rid of one knight, I'm ready to castle, and I've also got some big ideas, but I think just taking here, bishop here, I mean, there's other ideas. There's rook c1. There's a lot of ideas here. Something should be winning. There's bishop takes knight in e6. Is that winning? Bishop takes here in e6, releasing the other bishop. Boom! Have some of that. And when I take something, it's going to be check. And look at my king. My king can slip away into a nice, sensible home. Now, this looks great. This looks fantastic. This little move, suddenly the other bishop becomes a main attraction. Artiom. Have some of that. Say hello to my little friend. Say hello. I better not shout too much because my throat doesn't enjoy it. And this should be winning, but again, it's all about not flapping it up. And then if we get to 7 points, that'll be like, we won the last 5. Why don't we start with 5 out of 5? That would have been much more exciting one of these days. And this video, he's had enough. 19 moves of pure caveman thinking. And we won the last 5 games. That would have been great if we'd have started with 5 wins, just to have a little bit of excitement. But that was kind of fun, wasn't it? And he's completely lost it. There's nothing he can do at all, because I'm taking that one with check and I'm still attacking him. So I'm not just a piece up, but I'm attacking him with everything dropping. So like, I might even give this knight up as the computer recommends. So it says something like, he has to move the queen's attacked. And we take here, and he can't take with a queen because knight f6 check. So he has to take with a king. And here I probably just castle, and I'm a whole piece up. I've got rook c1 coming. Look how comfortable my king is. And if he takes my knight, then I take here. And his rook's on pre, so he has to go bishop d6. And then we just go rook d1. Very, very calmly winning everything. So that was nice. And did we get over? Oh, look at that. We're over 2,800 again. Boom. Heard that. in your Amsterdam pipe and smoke it. So, good stuff. Do throw a like and a subscribe. It's nice to be back. And, yeah, I think I'm away the next Tuesday or so, I'm afraid. So I'll try to remember to do some other content this week. Maybe I'll try to play on Thursday if I can. Got a chess match on Thursday. I don't know why I'm playing a chess match on Thursday. Stupid. Because I generally hate chess. No, I don't. I love it, really. I love it sometimes. I love it when it's in a pub. And thank you all for watching. I hope you're all doing okay. Leave some comments below. Like the video. Subscribe. And think about getting yourself a copy of the Dutch course if you want to learn a bloody good opening. All right? Okay. Laters.